Data science projects are very demanding. You need to process data, extract insights, build models, train them, retrain them, and keep on going until you have good results. You really need to sit down and find some time to do all of that. It's not something that you can do between 5 minutes here and there. You need to focus. If you are one of the few data scientists in your team, you may be very busy with doing data analysis and you may not have time for these data science projects. Or you may be a student and may be very hard for you to find time to focus on some data science projects. But I have a good news for you. Yes, it is possible to find some time. And in this video, I'm going to share with you how you can find more time for your data science project. So let's get started. Hi everyone, my name is Anka. I'm an Agile coach specialized in scaling Agile. I work very often with data science teams and I would like to share you some of the tips that I learned working with data science teams that make the teams more efficient, that they find time for the data science projects. So in this video, I'm going to share with you 5 tips. So the tip number 1 is find out when you are the most active and when you can focus the most and brainstorm project ideas. Personally, I'm very active in the evening after everyone is leaving. So what I do, the moment I identify this time when I'm very active, when I'm very efficient, then what I start to do is to come in office a bit later or start work just slightly later. So I'm finishing my day a bit later, and then there is a moment when everyone leaves office, and then it's when I'm looking and what do I have to do. And because it's so calm, I can focus on these creative ideas and I can have more time for things that I enjoy. Another thing that I try is to come earlier in the office when there is nobody, let's say 1, 2 hours earlier, and then I could quickly do the things that were urgent or simply start with the things that matter for me. And when everyone was starting the day and everything started to be pretty busy, then I was focusing on the things that I have to do that are all those urgent things that take most of our times. If you are a data scientist, most probably everyone will jump on you to ask for a lot of information, to ask you to do a lot of data analysis or some other kind of analysis. They would want some research done and so on. And some of the teams that I worked with, they make buddies. I know a lot of my colleagues that started to make peers, like they were two of them, and they were coming very early in the office and they were doing these personal challenges to find time for some very interesting projects. So don't be afraid to ask for help. You may not be the only one in that situation. And even though you are the only data scientist in your team, you may find someone who is in the same situation, but in a different domain. And then together you can help each other, motivate each other, challenge each other to identify when you are the most active and make sure that you use some of that time for your data science projects or to brainstorm the projects. Usually that's how it starts. You brainstorm your project ideas and then you start to get enthusiastic about it and you keep the routine. And that leads me to the second point, which is make a to-do list. It's not hard to start. Sometimes it's hard to keep the pace. So when you are very enthusiastic, you got so enthusiastic, you got started, eventually you found someone who to work with, and it's important to make a to-do list. We are not productive 100% throughout the day. We are not going to be productive every single day in the same way, but having a to-do list will help you to stay focused because you don't need to think on what do you need to do every single day, but you can just look at your to-do list and pick the things that you feel you can do at a certain moment. For example, you have a lunch break or you have 1 hour between two meetings and you can look on your to-do list and maybe you can do a small research that will help you for your data science project. And even more, you can even make a small agile cycle that every Monday you make a list of goals for yourself for that particular week, and then on Friday you evaluate it. So whenever
Oh,
you are through
yeah.
the week, you get to look on, okay, what were my goals for this week, what I have achieved, and that will help you also next week to see, oh, maybe you are too enthusiastic, maybe you can achieve less than that, or maybe you are too pessimistic and you can raise the bar for the next week. Having a to-do list and keeping it on track, like every single day you look through it and you start to update it, that will really bring that long-term commitment that you will need. And that takes me to the tip number 3, and that is to practice limiting your time. The data science projects can go on forever, forever, forever. We can always find something else to try, something else to improve. We may always find new libraries, new papers to read, and you may have colleagues that come in and they will always have things to ask you for. Try to set a boundary. Let's say today I'm focusing one topic. Tomorrow I will focus on another topic. Try to don't drag on and on from the same topic. Try to say, okay, I research enough. It will never be enough, right? It will never be done, but I'm stopping now. I'm stopping here so I can continue. Because going on and on and on, again, we can go that for a long time. Eventually, most of the data scientists, they go for the PhD, and then it's a good moment to do more research. What's important to know is that the big companies, in general, the companies that do data science, they want to be somehow profitable. We don't want to go on forever with the research. We want to have a product. So you are very legit to stop, to put a boundary on how much research you do, how much you do of your tasks, and if you can time box and send these boundaries towards your colleagues as well, that will help you to make more time for your data science projects, because you are going to avoid that you do 80% of the effort but you don't have so much in return. So keep an eye on that and let me know if you manage to get more time in your day by setting the boundary. And I'm going to go to tip number 4. Give it time. You are not going to change this from a day to another. It really takes time to perfect. It takes time and trial to bring the discipline as part of your life, and also to have an idea and to really keep on track. You'll see that throughout the year, there may be moments which are very heavy at work and some that may be very low. It's the same if you are a student than if you have a job. You have periods in the year which are on higher demand for work and periods which are more calm. What I usually do and what I've seen a lot of my colleagues in data science doing, the moment they get more calm, then is when they start to build on this routine. So when the things get a bit intense, they may not be productive, but however, they got it started and they got into a routine and they are more into the mode of repeating and going with the flow and training the models, improving and going on a slower pace. However, they get to see results, and that's very enthusiastic. That makes us want to do more, that makes us be more motivated of what we are doing. And also look at it that if you only have, for example, in a day 15 minutes and eventually you are commuting, that's fine. You don't have to punish yourself. You don't have to feel bad about that. Try to find the things that you can do in those 15 minutes that will make you feel better and accepted it, because that's anyways better than nothing. In a year from now, when you are going to look back, you will see that you have achieved far more than if you'd have done nothing. So even though it's hard in the moment that you are doing it, don't stop. Keep on going, give it time. And let's go to the tip number 5. Empower the team, empower the ones around you. If you depend on if your colleagues depend on you for certain things, you may also know that they don't need a highly skilled data science person to help them. So why not teach them how they can do the research by themselves? They may enjoy it. For very highly skilled things, they will come back to you and you will assess it, you will advise them. But sometimes for the small things, they may free your agenda for those projects that you are interested in doing, the data science projects. And another thing to do, why not to recruit more people that can join your projects? Because this is how it started. If you are the only one doing something, it may be a bit challenging, but if you have a cool idea, you want to offer more time to that project, you can make it part of the team and get more adopters, get more people to buy into your project. That may also call the attention of your boss, that may call the attention of other departments. And who knows, maybe more people will have 1 hour in the day or in the week to allocate to this project. And they don't have to be data scientists. They can be, a lot of people can help with annotations, with data collection. And even though it may be, you may say, well, actually, you need to be quite highly skilled to do it, give it time, work with them, and you may find solutions. You can also go and check in the forums because I saw a lot of data science team that manage to make the data collection and annotations very simple. So the people who are not data scientists are able to help with. So why not do that? And you will have more time for a data science project. This is all for today. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. I would like to know if you apply these tips, how did they work for you? I know that they helped some other colleagues of mine and also me personally when I'm working on my side projects or some other projects that I would like to start, but I don't really find the time. And if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.